What do you think has been the biggest challenge so far for you? For
Um,
you?
from as any mom, seeing your kid getting hate online is
Mm.
crushing. And at the very beginning, I was all in the comment section, like what are you
Oh
doing?
my gosh, yeah.
I
What's
was
your address? I'm bringing my bat. I'm gonna break your
yeah,
kneecaps.
and I quickly realized it wasn't good for the girls. It made them more worried because now those people are attacking me,
Mm.
and they don't want to see them attacking me or Mark. So I it took a long time, but I've moved on from that. Every once in a while, I just can't help myself, and I'll end up in these tea pages, and then it becomes a bigger thing. So I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to say anything, and I don't really look at the comments too much. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle, and it makes me so mad. But if I don't look at it, it doesn't quite as exist as much. So I am much happier not looking at it. I don't
I
even look at
imagine.
my own. I don't usually look at my own. Unless it's something that's gaining some momentum. Like, there was something that came out. Oh, so there was a video we were doing to promote our show on Hulu, and it was the four of us. And Charlie was kind of in front of me, and then Dixie, and then me and Mark. And I had like excited, like did like this on her sweater, like we kind of scrunched together like that. And people zoomed in and started this whole conversation that I was pinching her and forcing her to do this content.
That's
And
ridiculous. Oh my God.
it took a life of its own that we abuse our kids and all this. And it was devastating because it was everywhere. Because what happens is it goes to the T pages and then it gets like bigger press, and it's devastating. Like,
What does that mean? What are the tea pages? Should I know what that
so
means?
there's like where they spill the tea on like, it could be anything from that to so and so broke up with so and so, or so and so unfollows.
Okay.
Why aren't they friends anymore? It's like,
Oh, it's like,
so that's
okay.
the last place you want to end up, is like in this teenage T page. And that's
Wow.
what would happen. So that was devastating, so much so that Charlie and Dixie had to go publicly online and say, like, you're hurting my family. Like, it's
Yeah.
fans and they love her and they don't want to see her get hurt. So they are now thinking this, because I literally grabbed her sweater, like just like excited,
Of
like
course.
that. Nothing. And so now it's, anyway, so she went public and was like, you're hurting my family. This is like, I do what I want when it comes to social media. Nobody forces me to do anything. Like, my family loves me. We're happy. Like, stop. And then they're like, okay, well, now we know she's safe. What?
Oh, wow.
Well, and so, that's the interesting thing too. And this is an age old sort of problem, but how do you guys marry the responsibility you feel to your fans who have gotten you to where you are and brought you to where you are and do love you so much? How do you delineate what you owe them and when you just live your life and you're just yourself and you can just be yourselves?
It's tough because I feel like they're getting a watered down version of us, because like, so now in interviews, I'm like, okay, nobody touch each other, because I don't want it to be like, it's not, it sucks. It sucks to be
Yeah.
like that. But in our Hulu show, you really get the behind the scenes and a better, sometimes these videos, they're such short clips and
Yeah.
people try to create a story around it. This is really going to tell our story and really show people like what we do on a daily basis and how our dynamic and how we are together. And like, we're just like any normal family. Like, it's not that much different, And so I think when people see a fuller picture, they'll get it. We did pop up out of nowhere. They don't know who we are. And so they're making up the narrative, and it's just not right. It's false. So that was like a big reason of why we wanted to do the show, so people can get to know us. Like, get to know us, and then if you hate us, fair game. I get it.
Right.
Totally into that. But like, to make stuff up to hate us doesn't make sense to me.
No, that's just created drama.
Yeah.
But I mean, and boy, did you guys pop up. I mean, it's so wild. I mean, sometimes do you feel like, did we just like win the lottery? Like, I mean, it's so rando and kind of amazing. Obviously, your girls are both super talented, but just to have this like literally viral video create this whole new life for yourselves. I mean, it must just be wild.